the better players in the tournament, I would say, and they both made it to the bracket last year. I've already seen a route divergence. Gamercal looks like he's doing the Uncle start, and AA is going to the Sanctuary. I'm not much of a fan of the Uncle start. Yeah, because it's kind of a dead end. But unless you get a sword.
Yeah, it's usually 50-50 if you get something useful.
Nothing useful for AA from the first tree pull or the
we get early cape from Uncle Chest.
Cape. Cape is my least favorite item to see in the beginning of the game.
Yeah, as a runner, you don't want to see that for the purpose of Aghanim mostly.
Right. Yeah, I think AA is setting up for the second tree pull over here. Yeah.
Gamercal only falling right behind him, and we have dungeon check, and all three are crystals.
Yeah.
I didn't notice if any of them were 5 or 6.
I did not see the numbers.
And we get early bombs from the tree stumps, so...
Nice. That's always good to see, then you don't have to worry about any silliness with the route.
Mm-hmm. And blue coins from the tree pool.
Let's hope it doesn't come down to that.
Yeah. Be sure to see Zelda that has your item that you need.
Or Zora.
Yeah.
I think you said Zelda.
Oh, Zora, yeah. So blind set, what do we have? Oh, the early bow, very nice.
Nice. And blue mail. And a moon pearl. And a little shield.
So pretty hype for early Kakariko chests.
It's a nice starter package for sure.
A lot different than the previous race where it was nothing but red rupees and hopes and dreams gone.
If I call...
Go ahead.
If I call any of the racers J. Cobra today, then I've got serious problems.
Lumberjack was a blue rupee.
Okay. AA finding the bottle there, so that's gonna be another nice little Kakariko time saver, not needing to backtrack to the sick kid.
Mm-hmm.
Not much else of interest there. Ooh, a glove from the bottle vendor.
Yeah, very nice.
See, we were thinking maybe Aghanim, but now AA hasn't seen that cape, and he's got a glove, so he's thinking Aghanim not looking required.
Because all he needs now is another mitt or a hammer.
Right. Whereas Aghanim still needs 2 things in order to be accessible.
Exactly.
At least 1 sword, and then the lamp. So, AA buying some more bombs.
It's a good decision if you have the rupees.
Yeah.
Sick kid gives him even more.
Oh well. You can still use those. As long as you don't have a sword, the more bombs the better.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, well.
Just as you say that.
Maybe now buying those bombs isn't quite so helpful, but
Well, you won't worry about running out.
no, yeah, he'll make use of those bombs. I feel pretty good about that. Red rupee in the library. No boots required so far.
And nothing in the race game either. So you'll probably see him head south as normal routing. You'd see normal routes. Picks up his bloomerang.
Yeah. AA is gonna head right to Eastern, perhaps. Eastern on 4 hearts makes me a little nervous, but I'm not as good as the Igor Dark Room as AA is probably. So maybe he's perfectly capable of handling it himself.
Yeah.
But I think early bow to him always means head to Eastern.
Yeah, especially this logic or earlier items you get, the more likely that's going to point you in the direction you need to go.
AA checking the green pendant, which is in Thieves Town. Gamercal's gonna go ahead and do the front of escape right away. Wait, did he do the back of escape? I don't.
No.
I think I would generally want to do the back before the front.
Yeah, that's what I would too. He'll head down and see what's in the first chest. And the small key, so...
Small key. So we'll see if he maybe sets up a death warp to check that chest from the front, or if he checks it from the back later. I think it's a little faster to check it from the front, especially with the mantle open.
And less rooms to navigate in the dark, or less area.
Yeah.
Nothing of importance yet. Front end escape.
AA's already got a ton of arrows here, making use of them.
Yeah, I think he got a bunch from the initial tree pole.
Oh, right, yeah.
And he'll use arrow strats on the guard there for a quick kill. And bombs, so... Escape's been a bust so far. He still has the back to check. And the
looks like
sewer chest.
Probably gonna do that. I don't... Well, he could head to Death Mountain if he wanted to.
Yeah, it's smart just to get these chests out of the way. Three quick chests.
Oh yeah. Never hurts to have a mirror or hookshot before heading to Death Mountain.
And AA's got nothing yet from Eastern.
And nothing of note in the back of escape. Is Gamercal going right for the last chest in the dark?
Looks like it. He's pretty knowledgeable about his dark rooms. So yeah, worst part's finding that mouse for the key.
He's got it already, so...
Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good.
I think you missed the door. I would grab that red rupee. There you go. And the red rupee guided him right to the door anyway, so...
Yep. Ooh,
AA.
struggling a little bit
Oh.
with the skip.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no!
Oh, no! That's awful. Oh, you usually don't see that too often, but he only had 5 hearts, so if you mess up there, it can be a quick death.
Now, gamercal has to find this chest. Let's see if we can see the item when he opens it. You got money.
Yep. I think it was 50, either 20 or 50, I think.
Man. That's not a good play by AA's part there. Once you get low on health, you gotta back off those guys. They're...
Yeah, just kill the enemies and take the safe route.
gamercal heading up to Eastern behind AA now. Oh, this is a painful walk.
Yeah, for sure.
So neither of them have been to South Tyrol yet. There's got to be something of interest down there, because nothing else in the north can be reached by the logic, so...
Yeah.
Oh, AA isn't even going for it. Man,
Yep.
you gotta learn this a little better, man. He is a big proponent of whenever he has cape or beer nut, always using it there. Of course, he would have cape if he had done the uncle first, but he doesn't know that.
So we'll probably see Cal quickly catch up. He's having, not looking good. Oh.
Letting the bee go.
The panic bee.
Grabs a heart. Can you get back out? He got back out. Now he can go and refill his health, and then...
Try again.
Yeah. If that had been a gold bee, I wonder if it would take down the... Igor. I mean, it would take a long time, probably, but... Eventually, maybe. Hey.
You can't find where that Igor is, so
yeah,
just reloading the room.
Man, maybe it would have been best for him to just quit Eastern after taking the death there. I'm not sure.
Ugh. He's getting hit again.
He's not... What? Oh, he poked the Igor.
Oh no.
He got the key, and then he died.
Oh goodness gracious.
Abandon ship, eh? Come on.
Cut
There he saves and quits.
Yeah.
We'll see if gamercal attempts to finish off all of... Eastern here, and if he's successful. Yeah, the logic doesn't require death warps, but or not death warps, dark rooms, but there's two reasons that you want to do this. One is maybe sequence break and get an item early, and two is that you want to check the items in the beginning of Eastern, and once you're there, you don't want to have to come back later, especially to the the deep inside of Eastern. It's possible that you'll have Pod and the Mirror to do later, so you can finish them both together, but still, you don't want to you'd rather finish Eastern while you're inside of it, basically. Gamercal gets the key, and looking for the pot, I think, still.
Yeah, that pot can be weird to pick up.
Yeah, I don't understand sometimes. And then I have trouble with that door sometimes, too. I don't know why. It seems trickier than other ones for no reason. AA finds the cape.
Nice.
Now we're still in suspense about whether we're gonna...
Oh, there he goes. He's through.
Alright.
I think he had killed all the enemies. He just couldn't pick up that pot.
Well, that's a big advantage for Gamercal early.
Especially if there's a nice progressive item waiting at Armos. No, they haven't been south yet, which is pretty odd.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that AA didn't head south before going to the front of Escape. Oh, I think I know why he did. He probably wants to get more money before he goes south, so that he can fake flipper and do Zora right away.
Yeah. Gamercal, no trouble with Armos. He gets his crystal.
So we weren't counting our items there. The map was at the Armos. Doesn't look like AA is planning on setting up a death warp here. So he'll probably save and quit and go to South Hyrule after this as well.
So Gamercal already dungeon ahead right now, say.
Right, but it's one of the very smallest dungeons, and quite likely that AA could have an opportunity later to finish it right after pot or something. So a clear advantage for Gamercal, but not a huge one.
And just 20 rupees from the water. He'll pick it up.
Yeah. Yeah, Gamercal's got a bit of an advantage on money here because of having gotten that chest in the dark in Escape.
Neither of them have done Houlihan either, which I think Gamercal does quite often.
Yeah, I don't think Houlihan is that worthwhile in the new logic because they just recently added another 300 rupees to the item pool.
Yep.
And it seems like you get a ton of money pretty quickly often, to me.
Yeah,
he's not saying no to 20 rupees.
Yep, not much. Oh, there's... So we have the cape and the master sword, so...
Yeah.
If you're thinking Aghanim, it's definitely trying to point you there.
We're still one item away from either Aghanim or not Aghanim. There has to be progression at either the Ice Cave or Aghanim in the desert.
Yeah. Yep. The item they definitely don't want to see is the lamp.
Well, the lamp does also give them access to Death Mountain.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
There could be something. Gamercal picking up the rock. If this was entrance shuffle, I would applaud him because that's what you should be doing there. But so Aghanim has the progression. Single rupee at I mean, of course, single rupee is the ultimate progression, but yeah.
Well, it could be at Zora too.
Oh yeah, Zora. That's true. That's true. Huh. So I'd have to think if Zora's progression, they're still not going to go immediately to Zora. They're going to probably go up Death Mountain first. Oh, is gamercal he's gonna flake flippers right now.
Yeah, I think he's at least gonna check Hobo. He may come back to when he has enough rupees.
Well, he's got the Moon Pearl, so he can also check the waterfall chest.
Right.
And then see if maybe those just have enough money by themselves. AA is going straight to Egina. He's gonna get this progression deal over with right away, or the intended progression. I don't blame him for that. Oh, he's farming up some money here.
That's a good idea, because it's right on the way to Egina, and you'll have your other progression check at Zora.
Yeah, right. I wonder though if I were him, I would be tempted to, before I do all of this farming, go to Egina first and then come back here. But I understand the backtracking. But still, this is farming that you might not have to do.
Yeah, and I think it'd be quicker too, maybe just to do Houlihan Room, and then you exit right at Link's house and just head south.
Yeah. I would certainly rather include Houlihan.
That's what gamercal's doing right now.
Well, AA didn't have enough for just Houlihan anyway.
Right.
So he could have stopped like right now and then done Houlihan. But he doesn't appear to be stopping. So now gamercal's got enough for Zora.
Yep.
Now he'll probably fake flipper again, go check the waterfall, and then on to Zora. Which means, of course, that there's probably 300 rupees in the waterfall.
Yeah, right. It's always how it is.
The nice thing about what AA is doing is that he's gonna, from here, go straight to Egina and see if that's where the progression is.
Yep.
Then maybe he doesn't have to make the long trip up to Zora quite yet. Well, that's an interesting fake flippers technique there, picking up the bush. I guess I'm used to seeing people flake flippers from the standard tournament last year, so if that's common technique, it's not something that people would have done when they still had a sword.
Yeah.
And
no sequence break there.
And
there's the lamp. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
So
I think AA is probably gonna just go and beat Egg him right away.
Well, he could still go up to Death Mountain, but he's gonna. Well, nope. He's heading to fake flipper as well. I don't blame him. He farmed those rupees. Might as well put them to use.
Yeah. It's just such a slow walk. Though being able to water walk is such a nice time saver. He walks so much faster on top of that blue water.
Yeah, and Zora has nothing, as per usual.
So for those of you who don't know, you need to have the Moon Pearl, and then once you do, you can, if you do this fake flippers technique by jumping in the water and scrolling the screen at the same time, if you go up to the waterfall cave, walk in and walk out, then you'll be able to walk. It's that simple. I would certainly check Death Mountain before going to Egg. Well, yeah, that's perfectly within progression. So, yeah, I guess I would think AA should do that too. Then, in fact, I probably would have done that before this fake flipper stuff.
And only a heart container on the desert ledge.
So that's knowledge that AA didn't get, I believe.
I didn't see him go over there either. He's gonna reverse Fake Flipper and go to Zora. Yep, that's where gamercal's going, up to Death Mountain.
Alright, we'll see what Death Mountain has to offer.
So they can get this one item from the old man taking him home, and another item from underneath Spectacle Rock.
Right, and they'll be hoping for, in particular, either the hookshot or the mirror to let them have further Death Mountain access.
Mm-hmm. Or just give them the hammer and not have to worry about agate anymore.
Oh yeah. A hammer or another glove would work just fine too, wouldn't they? So that you can get other.
Well, the first item is no luck for gamercal.
Yep. I'm a proponent of jumping right down and not even checking at the top in a case like this where I'm going to save and quit anyway.
Mm-hmm. And red rupee on Spectacle Rock itself. And it is agate 1 required.
Yeah.
So we'll see gamercal head straight there.
If there's any sort of AA realizing he was just about to head to Aghanim, I think he realized he can go to Death Mountain.
Yep.
It's not a big mistake, but it's certainly not helping him catch up.
Yeah, I'm a big proponent of this logic too, searching every single place you can before having to go to Agate 1. Because like the last seed, you would have thought with getting nothing in the beginning that the agate would be required, but one item from Eastern led to another in Desert. Led to vanilla flippers at Zora and getting the hammer in the Zora ledge.
Oh, the flippers were vanilla?
Yeah, in the last race the flippers were in vanilla. Zora.
I don't know if Houlihan saved a bunch of time for gamercal. I think it was more not dying twice in Eastern that saved him a bunch of time.
Exactly. It's gonna save me more time because you don't have to go back there. Like AA has to. Tried to use the bow on those guards, but he dodged the bow shot.
What is AA doing now? If he's going back to Eastern, he's going to be pretty disappointed because he's
not going to get another item. He's just going to finish the dungeon. I don't know. Yeah, I would have maybe saved it. You might have gotten...
If he was going to Eastern...
Yeah.
I don't think that this is the faster way either once you have gloves.
Yeah, that, and if pod's required, you can just finish it off while you're doing pod anyway.
Yeah, wow. this is a mistake for sure. I'm surprised. He's usually one to count his items and be good about that.
So quick work of gamercal getting through Agate Tower.
Yeah, you got the Master Sword and the bow. That's a good amount of firepower.
So we'll see how many blue balls Agate has for us today.
First shot is always guaranteed to be orange. And from there, it's 50-50 until lightning.
And no wasting no time on the blue balls.
One so far.
That's why I don't like doing Agate Tower with lower health, and you get to Agate with maybe 1 or 2 hearts. Because those blue balls are trolly, even if you do break it up like that, the balls can still hit you.
Well, if you break it up and you're lined up correctly, you won't get hit.
Oh, he runs into Agate.
He doesn't seem to be caring about taking damage.
No, he's got blue mail and hearts.
At the very least, taking damage makes the refill after egging him longer, so it doesn't save time. But I mean, that's just frames. So.
Jeez, that's super trolly now.
Notably, AA has made it through Eastern this time. Well, he had the lamp, so I guess that's not that notable. That's to be expected. 6 blue balls. That's you know, it's not like it's bad luck necessarily because
looks like the whole left side of Dark Hyrule is pendants.
Oh, really? That's nice when they're all in a clear pattern like that. It makes it easier to remember.
Yeah, if you're not keeping track on the tracker.
Oh. Look at the game giving them money right away. It's like, here, go to Kiki. I don't blame gamercal for going up to the catfish first, though. So, AA has to be kicking himself right now. Not listening to... Well, he doesn't have his mic on either way. Neither player does, but... he can't be too happy that he went back to Eastern for nothing. Yeah,
it's been quite the rough start for him, but there's plenty of race to make up.
Why is Cal killing that stuff? Is he farming for something? I don't know what he would be looking for.
Let's see what catfish has.
More arrows.
Only arrow. Yeah.
Well, catfish has taken notice that these players like to shoot arrows, and he's trying to help them out. AA got a little went a little too quick on that Master Sword and spin. Had to do a second one.
So they're gonna be forced into pod, which they can't complete. They would need the hammer.
Yeah, I mean, hammer and pod would certainly not be unheard of, but
yeah.
At least they have the bow.
They're guaranteed a progression item.
With the way that the keys are laid out, you're only guaranteed access to the first. Well, you're only guaranteed access to the very first chest in pod without the bow.
Right.
But at most, the logic only accounts for you to get access to the first 3 chests.
Right.
Without the bow. So, having the bow makes pretty much the entirety of pod wide open here. this point, I'm wondering if we would anticipate seeing gamercal set up a death warp at the dead end after the mimics. I would expect it.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
That would be normal routing, I'm sure. Death warp at after the mimics, and another death warp after the big chest.
Yeah. Neither player has the
mirror.
Has a fairy in a bottle, so don't have to worry about any silliness like that.
The big key right away.
Huh.
That's something.
Yeah. So probably see gamercal start to take damage right away.
Yeah.
Oh god, AA got so close to falling off there.
And then he gets through the tower. No troubles.
Gamercal's door entry was a little slow there. You can beat the second innate fairy with just bombs. Handles the mimics nicely though.
Yeah, this room's always sucks without the boots. You have to take the slow walk and then gotta dodge the jellies.
Yeah, I enjoy it with the boots. gamercal did not take any damage. And now he's going to be walking back. I guess he's walking back.
Okay.
Huh.
You must think that's it.
Well, he got stuck there, and I thought he was just gonna sit there and take a death warp, but nope, that was an accident, I guess. Huh.
Doesn't want to add to his death counter, I guess.
Yeah, he's very prideful of that, I suppose. There are deaths that cost time, like the ones that had in Eastern, and then there are deaths that would definitely save time, and this is the latter case. I mean, it does take time to take 8 hearts of damage with the blue mail, but you've got those spikes to hit with no boots, so there's plenty of opportunity. You could probably use some of the spikes to damage boost forward. I don't know about a minute that's lost it, but maybe close.
Yeah, there's definitely time save over just walking back.
Oh, I think AA is upset at that money because...
Oh, we have the boots! So that actually opens up a couple more spots.
Yeah.
Just two, or just one spot.
Just one spot right now. So not a ton. Of course, it makes him go faster too.
Yeah. He would, and AA would love those for Eastern.
No, he finished Eastern.
Yeah, I know, but he would have liked the boost to get through it faster.
Oh yeah. Right.
Try to catch up.
Right. Just further cementing his mistake in going back there the first time or the third time.
Nice bomb jump by gamercal. I've seen him do that countless times, so no problem for him. Oh, he's gonna do. Oh, couldn't get the right setup for that bomb. Oh, and he gets his bombs back. And another bottle.
Still looking for some more progression here. It would be unlikely for the boots to hold the progression, but it's possible.
Yeah.
gamercal not checking that bottom door. Is he going to Death Warp here?
I don't think he has to check the bottom one because he knows it's a small key.
Right. Yeah, it is. It is. Never mind. I was just...
I tend to forget. I try to keep track of that too, but I sometimes forget.
Yeah. Well, all you have to do is look at your number of
Right.
keys, and if you have more than 2, then you can check it. Or you should check it.
I don't know if we'll get to see the chest he opens because it looks like he's having stream troubles.
Well, we'll have to be surprised.
Yep.
AA is trying to set up a Death Warp slowly, so that's a chance for him to save a little bit of time.
Yep. Correct.
I imagine he'll take a lot of damage from spikes in this room.
Yeah. Oh, we got the feedback. And it looks like there was nothing in there but the boots. Because he's going to check the boot location. Well, he might have got mitts, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe he got the mushroom or something, I don't know. We'll have to find out when AA gets there. And we didn't see what was in the boots cave because...
Dang it!
AA sets up a Death Warp right on the ledge. He'll have his boots shortly. Based on gamercal's route, I'm guessing he got the hammer. Wait, what? Why would he get the hammer and not finish? Is it a pendant? Pod must be a pendant. No?
Yeah, it looks like Pod's a crystal based on the tracker.
Well, yeah. The tracker says that Pod is a crystal. Oh, yeah, you said all the pendants were on the left. So why would he not have finished it?
He must have got the hammer from the bonk rocks.
Oh, yes, that makes more sense. Right. Right. Hammer and bonk rocks, right. Very obvious in retrospect. And that makes perfect sense for
going to
yeah, the
village.
way that he went to Dark World. Oh, and he gets a fire rod.
Nice fire rod. So, but gives him some more locations to check up in Skull Woods.
Yeah. He's gonna need that fire rod eventually for Turtle Rock, yeah. Skullwood's not required.
Ooh, and there's the tempered sword, so
yeah.
That's a nice find. And pendant Thieves Town.
Tempered sword is the biggest time-saving sword you can find. Master sword is required, but...
So we got a sword and a shield.
Yeah.
Very nice.
This is notably the green pendant here, so not a explicitly required dungeon. Oh, apparently you get turned into a mushroom from the bunny beams.
That's nice.
Oh,
already 3 items from Thieves Town, the first 4 chests.
And this will be the big key, of course.
See if he's gonna continue and finish the dungeon.
AA is setting up more Death Warp here.
Well,
never mind, he's gonna save and quit. Yeah.
Because he can't finish. And he'll pick up his hammer from Bonk Rocks.
I wonder if AA will go into Thieves.
I would assume so since he's right there, but you never know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, a lot of people are proponent of going into Thieves and doing it right away when it's green pendant, but I don't know if AA is necessarily convinced of that. It's certainly not a terrible play, but there are other things he could do too. You know, like take the Dark World route down to Hype Cave. There hasn't been any progression in Thieves yet. There was the Tempered Sword, which no one would refuse. But the Tempered Sword's not going to gain them access to any new locations.
So he will head to Village of Outcasts in Thieves Town. Gamercal has one more item to get, plus the green pendant. This is guaranteed to be a small key.
I didn't see... Oh, they see he still has one more item left, so he's got to check the big chest here. Probably either the map or the compass. Yeah, there it is.
Say A takes the...
The 3 pendants are the 3 Dark World left side dungeons. Skullwoods, Thieves Town, and Mystery Mire. Which means that the flute is the most notable non-required item. Unless it's needed for getting in a desert. Or finding some item in that area, of course.
Right.
Alright. So AA does do Thieves immediately. So if he had any advantage to be gained by not doing that right away, he's lost it now. He's also...
Oh, win the book from Blind. That gives him access to Desert Palace.
I know AA is a huge proponent of, as if you go into Thieves, you're gonna finish it. So, or at least get all the items. So if this is green pendant, then he's gonna do the
definitely finish it all.
Yeah.
So good play by both of our runners. And Cal going to choose... He's probably going to go south, although he could go north and check out Skullwoods. Which looks like, well...
He could.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of delaying Hype Cape. Well, he does have the cape to go check this right away.
Yeah,
so.
That's a good to get it checked now away. And of course, we don't get to see it. Oh well. And he'll head into Skullwoods, another pendant dungeon, but that means nothing this version, although he gets the item right off the bat.
Yeah, if you can call that an item.
Yeah.
Plus 5 arrows. And he gets a key, so he doesn't have to do the dumb room. That's why I'm not much of a proponent of dropping in that hole that everyone likes to fall in, because...
Yeah, I don't think I've fallen in that hole once. On purpose, at least.
Big key leads to small key.
Yep.
AA picks up his small key, heading over to the big chest.
He's gonna go ahead and
Yeah, at this
get
point
that second item.
he's pretty much committed here.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, he doesn't have the mirror, so he can't check the pedestal while he's back here.
Yeah. Would be a big gamble to finish off the dungeon in case something's on pedestal, but that third pendant being Mire That's sort of a hefty gamble because that takes a long time to complete.
Yeah, the only items that could be at the pedestal that would be required, other than the fetch quest items that lead to them, would be the ice rod, the mirror,
Hookshot.
hookshot, yeah. Oh, I guess flippers can be there. Or a medallion for Turtle Rock. So I guess that's a significant number, but you know, having Mire and Skullwoods as pendants eliminates some items that would otherwise be there.
Correct. He'll go ahead and take care of Martha. It's gonna be a quick fight with the Tempered Sword. If you get him away from the wall.
Yeah, hopefully. AA is heading up and checking the ledge as well. Now what's he gonna do? Is he gonna head into Skullwoods? He's got a bomb out. Oh, maybe he never actually went to the
Bombable hut.
Yeah. I'd have to think that he's gonna head south after this.
Mm-hmm.
That's my guess, but...
Yeah, get the bombs out for Hype Cave. Yeah, he didn't check that chest. He'll get his fire rod.
Oh, that explains why he's not heading to Skullwoods, for one thing.
Yeah.
And gamercal did not get the second item, and it's 20 rupees.
It's just 20 rupees.
He went all the way through and killed Mothula. So if pedestal is required, he's got a certain leg up, but otherwise he just did something that was a bit of a waste of time and maybe allowed AA to catch up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. He just got fire rod from the bombable hut in
he can't check the pedestal without the mirror unless he wants to walk all the way up there from before warping.
Alright.
That's
and Cal's going straight to Hype Cave.
Significant pain.
So people in chat, get up your hypes. And hopefully it's as hype as it was the last seed. Or the last race.
Yeah. What'd you have their last race?
The fire rod and sword upgrade.
Alright.
Ooh, the Canis Samaria! Very good.
I've seen better type
yeah,
but
we've seen better, but that's always a trolley item to find.
Okay, so what is the obvious play right now?
I would well, they still don't have the Titan's Myths, or otherwise I would say Ice Palace, but they really well, they could
go to
finish
desert.
Off
Go to
desert.
That has to be the play.
Because they can get all items and finish that dungeon.
Yep. AA is heading there immediately. Ahead of gamercal. Gamercal's behind in this exploration section by the length of the digging game here. I would expect he'll be right on his heels though. Gamercal's got the knowledge of what's on the ledge there, so AA's got to take those extra couple of steps.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be a safe bet there's something good over here in the desert.
There almost has to be. They don't have, do they have anything left?
They can finish pod, but I don't know if there's a item at Helmosaur.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That would be a nice and trolly location for the progression, though, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Those forced double dips in the independent pod, yeah. Or no, that's a...
It's a crystal.
That is a crystal. Yeah.
Still, you don't want to double dip into any dungeon.
Well, I guess it is a forced double dip already.
Yeah.
So there's nothing really too bad about it. AA is going to take the potion. I'm not surprised.
Yep.
Cal might pass that out. I really don't know. It seems like... Well... I'm not sure how many items they got in pod. That might actually be the more likely place for progression. Especially now that they've found one item that's clearly not progression here.
Right.
Well, gamercal has caught up to AA with a better movement, so...
There's the big key. And we are just about in sync. Gets his fire rod out for the second part of desert.
No boots requirement, but you never want to have to go in here, or generally you don't want to have to go in here without the boots and find out they're required.
Cal's gonna go ahead and get the potion.
Oh, he did. Oh, so that's part of how he caught up. He hadn't done that room.
Yeah.
Alright. Never mind about the better movement. Which might be the case, but...
And it's just the compass and the big chest, so...
Little bit of a mirage that he had caught up as much as...
Animals is gonna have the second item.
Which is fine when it's a crystal dungeon like it is.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are 5 and 6 here? Swamp?
It's pod and swamp, yeah.
That rules out a lot of items for the Fat Fairy.
I think everybody wants to see a pedestal seat if you're not actually in the race. But
yeah. I think pedestal seeds are a little less interesting, usually, for me. So it's more just an all dungeons run then.
so we'll see how each of these runners handle landmolars using fire rod strats. Might get through and oh, missed a shot there, so he's gonna have to.
Yeah, he's got one spin. He's got it taken care of.
Yeah, easy.
And 2 cycle for each of them.
Yep. Nothing but bombs.
So back to pod it is.
Yep. Although they do have the cape, so they can check Spike Cave as well, up in Death Mountain.
Ah, yes. But I would certainly go to pod first because
Yeah,
it's required, so...
Exactly.
Not that Spike Cave is that bad, it's just...
Yeah.
I'd rather do it in conjunction with something else if I'm gonna go up there.
Oh, and both of them will be turning in the green pendant as well, so...
True.
Srashla may have it.
We'll find out how important Thieves was here. We know that already gave them access to desert, but they might have got that back.
Oh, and there's the Titan's Myth, so...
Yeah, that's a big one.
That is a huge item, so... Sastra holding out.
Yeah. So... I think AA is going to head down to the warp here and then do pod.
Mm-hmm.
Then I don't know. Whoa, that's some... He's not familiar with that route, apparently. Dude, the killing item is the worst.
Yeah.
Like the only good thing is the
Fat fairy warp.
if you're that's really the only good thing that happens. I would go bonk that tree for a fairy if I were AA with 3 hearts.
He did grab the red potion, so he's probably falling back on that. But
yeah. He's got an opportunity to refill some hearts in pod too, so...
Yeah, that room before the mimics.
Gamercal gets to pod first.
Mitz alone,
Mitz alone, it gets them access to... Well, hey, does
they
get
don't
them
have... Yeah, they don't have a mirror or a hookshot, so they can't do anything in Death Mountain. They don't have the flute, so they can't go to check the mire area. So basically, just gives them a quicker entrance to Village of Outcasts.
It gives them the grave.
Oh, and they can enter Ice Palace, but they'll have to fake flipper.
Right. So not by the logic, but it also gives them the pegs and the smithy.
Yep, true.
So there's by logic 1, 2, 3, 4 more locations that opened up just with the mitts. And then Ice Palace with the fake flippers. Surprised AA switched to bow and not fire rod there. I'm a proponent of switching to ice rod when I have it to minimize menu.
True. Gamercal's first to reach Helmsaur.
Yeah.
Should be quick work with the tempered sword. I've also learned in this too that it's better sometimes to not use that safe strat of holding out your sword while hammering, because it cuts down on the possible lag during the fight. Oh, and we get bombos from Helmsaur,
which is not immediately relevant.
Yeah,
we haven't seen either of the dungeons, and we can't reach them now of Mire or Turtle Rock, so we don't know if that's going to be required at all. Although it could be nice in Ice Palace, I guess.
Yeah, since they don't have half
now,
magic.
Here's a question. Progression is clearly not at ice, but it's possible that the other locations that are available to them just would give them the flippers. So, where's Cal going? He doesn't have the flippers. And now he realizes that.
Yeah.
He was all like, oh man, I got everything I need for ice.
Exactly. Kind of. That bombos really pulled him to wanting to go to ice.
Yeah. And, okay, now he realizes his mistake.
And AA is going to King's Tomb, new place opened up with the...
Oh man. AA does the non-bonk opening of King's Tomb.
Yeah.
That.
I haven't learned that myself. Oh, in the mirror! That opens up everything up in Death Mountain now.
Yeah, well, except for all of Hookshot Cave.
Yeah, the Hookshot Cave. And that's exactly where Ampharos goes.
So Gamercal did not go to the grave right away, huh? That's
interesting. Oh, he's gonna do the Smiths first. He thinks it's gonna be Troll and be there?
Yeah, even if it is there, even if something is there, it would be certainly nicer to have the mirror when you're doing that. So.
Exactly.
But of note, what could happen here is that Gamercal can save and quit with the Smith and then go back to the Sanctuary, and he could check the grave with the smith.
Yeah, you just hope he remembers to do that.
Yeah. AA gonna go check ether right away.
Mm-hmm.
Just an arrow upgrade in the peg cave.
Also, I'm surprised too, with him having beaten both Thieves and Skull, he didn't check pedestal before and go into the Dark World.
I wouldn't worry about pedestal too much yet because he doesn't have the float, so it's not like Myers an option. Alright, now he's remembering to go to the grave.
Yep.
And he's probably going to be kicking himself, and he's got this little dwarf following him, but...
he also used the no-bonk strat.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I didn't know AA knew the strat. Makes me wonder if it's really easy to learn.
AA making his way through Tower of Hera.
Yeah. Oh, so gamercal's gonna go back to the Dark World now that he's got the mirror. This is an interesting route that I've never taken, but it makes perfect sense. So he's going to go down there and mirror so that he can immediately get the chest, I guess. Although the chest doesn't sound that tempting to me anymore. Though he could... What is he doing? Oh, he's gonna go check the graveyard ledge first, I guess.
Frog World Tour.
Yeah. Frog doesn't get out enough. I don't blame him for that.
Right.
He's a nice guy, bringing him along for a little trip here. According to AA, it's always your fault if you fall off of Moldorm, so...
And he almost did there, but he caught him with the sword right before he hit him.
Yeah. Blue rupee at Moldorm. I didn't see the other item in...
It was a piece of heart in the graveyard ledge.
No, in
Hera.
Anyone see? Did he get the second item? Oh, he's heading back in.
Yep, so he missed.
So, it's possible he got the big key right away, and the item could be in his chest. Nope. Oh, it's in the basement. He's going right away. See, I would just combine the basement with the
Spike Cave.
With the Spike Cave later, yeah. This doesn't seem that appealing to me right now. Not when I've got all of Dark Death Mountain available, or all of the East Death Mountain available. I mean.
And he misses the invincibility frames on the.
Yeah, he seemed like he kind of got it and then gave it up.
Like I don't know if he was getting close to the frames where he's soft lock.
Yeah, I hesitate to stay there sometimes unless I know I've got a good setup for it because I don't want a soft lock. That's pretty much the worst.
Yeah, I usually do safe strats with the bombs so I can get on a good position before.
And a piece of heart, so that does not pay off at all.
gamercal gonna check these locations, which AA I don't think did.
No, he definitely did not. gamercal's gonna go open this chest, and then he'll be checking the Bombos tablet. AA's got the 7-item cave coming up. In my stream, it's known as the What Cave. So, the odds for finding something soon are more in AA's favor for sure.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure.
But gamercal is getting all of his bases covered here.
Yeah, before he heads up to Death Mountain as well.
Huh. That's interesting that he... Oh. Okay.
It saves him a screen transition when he does
yeah, and a mirror use, I guess. I've just
Mm-hmm.
never considered doing it that way.
Yeah, if you're not going anywhere else in the Dark World, that's quicker.
Alright. So now he'll probably head up and do the stuff that we just saw AA do. Didn't look like anything of note at all for gamercal in the south. But then on the other side, nothing of note for AA in that cave.
Yeah, so Death Mountain's been a huge bust for everybody.
Oh, AA is going to bomb jump here and then probably open Turtle Rock if he can. And if either way, he's probably going to head directly into Turtle Rock. Oh, there's the flippers.
There's the flippers! Wow, and now that's really gonna send them towards Ice Palace.
Yeah, Ice Palace is certainly appealing right now. Unless they get the fire or the ice rod right here, then I would go into.
Oh, they can't enter anyway. They don't have Quake.
Right. So that's off the table for the moment, but AA has 3 items here he can check where he could get Quake, and we'll see if that gives him pause.
I think 4, because he hasn't done Spike Cave yet, too.
Yeah. Though Spike Cave is almost, like, out of the Turtle Rock area anyway, so...
Right.
So nothing there in those 2 chests. He's got 1 more chest he can check inside of Hookshot Cave, and then he'll go and get those flippers. And probably head to Ice Cave. Alright, that's got to be where he goes, I would imagine. I can't think of anything else that he would want to do with those. There is another bottle on the Zora ledge, right? But we don't need that one. We've already got 2 or 3 of them. You can't do Turtle Rock right now. If Turtle Rock were an option, I would be tempted to do it. Oh, he's going to do Spike Cave first.
Gamercal's through Moldorm. See if he goes down to the basement like AA did.
Yeah, the logic does account for bonks, so Hookshot can be there, or an item leading to Hookshot can be there. Mushroom.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, I would probably start at Sanctuary and... Oh, we're in the Dark World. Boo, Dark World. Come on.
Yep, another one of the annoying parts of being Ganon.
I think you called him Agana. I don't think you can defeat Agana as much as you'd like to for his garbage cave.
Yeah, I meant Ganon. They sound too much alike.
I wonder if AA will hop in the warp after this. I bet he will. That's how he's gonna get to Ice Cave. Or to Ice Palace, I bet.
He could do it from the light world, though. I don't know. Has he checked Quakefish yet? I don't think he has. I know Gamercal has. Yep, stocking up on magic for.
I'm surprised he didn't talk to the lady and get his health refilled. He's only at 5 hearts.
Yeah.
No, I think he's gonna hop in this.
Oh no! gamercal gets stuck in the the squirrel. Ugh, I hate when that happens.
Oh, A hadn't done.
No, I don't think so. I know gamercal had. I didn't know.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that A didn't go up here before going into pod. There's some definite advantages going up here first, because if you get the hammer up here, then...
Yeah, he got the flippers.
AA is gonna mirror here, and... Okay, then save and quit. Alright. I was just thinking of the ways that you could use the warp that we use way more in entrance randomizer, but it seemed like it was relevant there.
Yeah.
Oh, Fiesel has turned sound on for us just an hour 15 into the race. How about that?
Yep, possible hookshot can be here.
So something that's might come into play here, gamercal is like an expert in the bomb jumps in this game, particularly in Ice Palace here, so it's quite possible that his Ice Palace route will be more efficient than AA's.
Yeah, especially if the keys are laid out in a certain way where...
Yeah. If there's a key, if there's a key in this room right here, then that's a huge benefit for AA. And there is. That's
there fantastic. It is. Yep, he's gonna. Glad he saw that. So since he has the cane, I'm not sure if he's gonna bomb jump. I know if I full search ice, I usually just go past this bomb jump area and use the cane on the switch to get cold stare.
I'm not really conscious right now. I think it's... I wouldn't say we both stream very late. I think I would make TGH look like an early bird. But yes, late-ish.
gamercal's going to pick up his flips and more likely than not head to Ice Palace as well.
The way bomb jumps come into play right now is if the last chest in ice is an item. So we'll see if that happens.
And there's the big key.
Yeah, always nice to see now big key in the last chest, because that's a good thing.
Especially without the hookshot.
Ooh,
oh,
hookshot.
And there it is! Wow!
Right side of ice for the
KI
hookshot.
Alien called that. So congrats to him for calling that hookshot.
Did he call it on the right side? Because that's a little more interesting than on the left side, I think.
Yeah.
And a mirror shield, nice.
Nice.
That's pretty helpful when going back to Turtle Rock.
Yeah,
which is going to be necessary at some point.
They need an item on that laser bridge.
gamercal with the double save and quit. looks like he's gonna head straight to ice as well.
Yeah. So now did he have? No, he still has to check the other chest over here for the third item.
Yeah, he didn't do the bomb jump, I guess.
Well, they only have 2 of the 3 items in this dungeon, so he's gonna have to check this before going to Cold Stair.
My point being that if he had done the bomb jump, then he'd have a question of whether he wanted to go back upstairs to check this last spot.
Right.
Oh, thank you for using the hookshot in that room. That's right. That's when people don't do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, now he's just gotta walk down here. And I expect we'll see him head immediately to Swamp after this. Probably full clear it. Because he still needs, what was it, Quake?
Quake, yes, and the Ice Rod.
Yeah. I don't see hookshot marked for AA on the tracker. I don't know if it's...
Yeah, it's marked.
Okay. Oh, no, never mind. I'm looking at the wrong thing. I was looking at the silver arrow. I'm still not used to that being separate, I guess. I just said I'm not awake, so...
It's a little early for you. So AA takes down Cold Stair.
Oh, there's the Ice Rod!
Of course the Ice Rod at Cold Stair. Where else could it be?
Oh man, so now you want to do the quick clear of Swamp and hope that you pick up the Quake, and then you're in go mode.
Exactly.
Man, this is finishing up in a hurry here.
Yeah, Ice Rod paying big dividends.
So AA has 5 crystals. Gamercal working on his 5th.
Yeah, hard to believe after all that troubles in the beginning of the scene, AA's pulled ahead.
It was really all that one decision to go immediately to the grave after he got the mitts. I think that's what got him, and Gamercal just maybe spaced on that, or I don't know if I don't think that was built into his route to do that after he got the frog.
Gamercal also checked those extra chests on the way down to Bombo's tablet.
Yeah, that's what I mean though. Like once he picked up the frog, then he kind of committed to that route.
Yeah.
Like if he had gone to the grave first, then maybe he goes up to Death Mountain immediately. And then gets the flippers. Would have been interesting to see them, they could have fake flippered into ice, and that would have, well, that wouldn't have changed too much. I guess they still wouldn't have had what they need for Turtle Rock, so.
So, AA's hoping to quickly find Quake here.
Yeah. Gamercal going down to check this last chest with the bomb jump. I don't know how much time this bomb jump in particular saves to check this one chest. But I would guess that it does save him a little bit. Yeah, Moonpearl's been on pedestal before. Probably not in a tournament race. Then again, maybe it has been. There's been an awful lot of tournament races for this game. So it's notable that Quake could still be at the pedestal, huh?
Yep. Quake can be anywhere.
Except inside Turtle Rock.
Well,
or
yeah.
in Ganon's Tower. But yes, otherwise than that, could be anywhere. AA skipping the left side, which is I think the clear right move right now. He's also going to have access to the Fat Fairy after this.
Yeah.
So there's...
Cal's got to be careful. Although I think he has the potion. That red potion still.
Yeah, he's got it.
Yep. Gets his ice root.
And I assume we'll see him follow right in AA's footsteps here.
Yeah.
Man.
Nothing so far.
Yeah, but he's got the map, so we know there's at least 2 items. Or... left here. And the compass. So if Argus drops the big key, that means there's 3 items left inside here. And he's almost certainly going to go back in.
Yeah.
Or the big key could be on the left, and then there'd be 2 items left to go back in for.
Yeah, if there's any more than one, then I usually will definitely go back in and get.
Well, there's not that much left for them to do either. They can go back up to Hookshot Cave, I suppose. That's something. But that's a little unappealing.
What they don't want to see is the flute.
Yeah. Yeah, pedestal's not really in play until they find the flute, so... Still no silver arrows yet, either.
No. And a piece of heart, so... nothing so far.
Yeah. So we got the big key in one of the left 2 chests inside Swamp, and then the items in the other 2 chests, including the big chest. I imagine AA has to go back in. No? He's not going back in?
Ooh. I don't know about that.
Oh no. So he hasn't done all of the South Dark World stuff. Oh.
Yep, this might be a big time loss.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. We don't know.
Yep.
But you know, you got those 2 items there, and that's the best time to check them by far. So it's just a matter of you know, kind of gambling based on percentages. Is he gonna do the frog and stuff right away, I wonder? Or is he gonna go to the Fat Fairy? Oh, looks like he's heading to Fat Fairy, potentially?
Yep, it looks like it.
Alright, so this is still promising for him. This could be the right play. But if it's not, I would expect him to probably do the frog first.
Yeah, I agree. And the one useful thing from killing Ganon, you can use this, use the mirror to warp the bomb across.
Yeah.
And see if Cal just goes straight
Well,
towards Argus.
I think you have to go straight to the back
Mhm.
with just 1 item left, but the question is whether you go back in. He might be more willing to go back in, having already done a lot of the overworld stuff. So now, man, Oh, AA is gonna check that last chest in his
Oh yeah, he remembers he didn't get that. That's sewer chest.
I wonder if he'll do Hookshot Cave first. That would be
got it.
awfully convenient if...
Yeah, if you found Quake right next to Turtle Rock. Not a bad play for sure.
That seems faster than doing the smithy sequence.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see where he saves and quits to. He's going to Mountain Cave.
Yep. He thinks it's in Hookshot.
I would imagine gamercal is going to go back into Swamp, so it's really a question of where Quake is that's going to likely determine the winner of this race at this point.
Yes. And that would be crazy if one person finds the flute and the other person finds the Quake medallion.
I think what would kind of be nice here is if Ether is required for Mire, and Quake is in Mire, and the flute is in one direction, and Ether's in another.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's get the verdict on this. gamercal does go back in. Some good suspense right here, I think.
Yep.
There's Quake!
Oh, wow. Huge play by AA.
AA is just checking a couple more chests for silvers.
Yep.
Now, the most interesting thing for gamercal is if silver arrows are over here, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you'd think he'd probably do Fat Fairy too before he comes up here.
Right. It's one of the crazy things about Rando. You can have an awful executing first half of the race, and then just get that one routing decision that vaults you ahead, vaults you back in there.
Yeah. There was something else that happened too. Didn't it? I mean, AA got to the grave before gamercal even was deciding to go there, right? I don't remember how he got ahead there though.
Well, I know AA never did Skull Woods. Well, I don't know. I think he might have checked like the first couple chests, but
no, I don't think AA went in Skullwoods at all.
Yeah, because gamercal full cleared it and beat Mothfield as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't remember. That put them really close, I know. But then I think that... Yeah, I don't remember exactly. I thought that gamercal kind of caught up after that.
Yeah.
Like, they were tied at landmolls, basically. I can't imagine that there's any way that AA thinks he's going to be winning this race. Like, the items weren't in particularly trolly locations, and he died twice in Eastern. Those really set him back, and that he didn't gain anything from going into Eastern early either. Did we see the big key in Turtle Rock yet?
I don't think so.
Gamercal using the hookshot dash strats with the bomb.
Tear.
AA has the big key. Okay.
So you think he's gonna head up to hookshot right now as well? Well, he's gotta use mirror and save and quit first.
That seems likely for him. He doesn't have many other plays.
Oh.
Oh, what is he doing? I have no idea where he's going.
Oh,
he's turning the mush? He hasn't done that yet.
Mm.
We'll see if he picks up some potions too. AA is only at 4 hearts and doesn't have the powder, but he does have at least 2 potions and backup, so...
Yeah. Yeah, he's in good shape.
Don't think we're gonna see him check any of the bridge. Wonder if he'll check this chest here. Might as well, because... Well, nope, I guess he's not
He thought about it, but he thinks he's...
I think gamercal was trying to get his health refilled there and accidentally picked up the arrows.
Yeah, they're right there, so...
Okay, so just 1 blue potion for gamercal, but I think he still has the red one.
Right.
Oh, AA still had the red one too. Really? The seed's been pretty linear. There haven't been a lot of deviations for the 2 of them. AA made one little decision that has given him some advantage here. But as long as he doesn't screw anything up, he's looking to be in a pretty favorable position here. One thing of note, I think when AA gets to Ganon's tower, he's probably going to go straight to the left side, even if he gets a key on the right, based on the discussion we were having last night. So
he does that strat.
Yeah. Oh, gamercal not even checking the other chests for the chance at silvers or anything. Flute! Oh my goodness.
Wow. Yeah, that's gonna be of good use now.
Yeah, about a 0% chance that's gonna get used.
Yep.
Or even activated.
It may get played for funsies. But chat, it's time now to enter your guess for what place you think the big key is gonna be at. So get your guesses in now, and hope that the big key is there.
So AA entering GT right around 139. Just as gamercal enters Turtle Rock. That's a significant edge there. And I don't know if it matters if AA does all left side before the right, but you know what? It might.
Heart piece, small key.
Nope, he just uses the key to go right through. So we'll see. Big key on the right side is gamercal's biggest hope right now.
Yeah.
Or a you know, having extreme trouble with Ganon, perhaps.
Yep, Bob's gonna live. He gets the red mail.
I won't ever say no to that.
Me neither. Another small key.
Oh, gamercal messed up the strat.
Yeah, it's so easy to mess up because he's
He might be using that red potion soon here.
Yeah.
Oh, she first the cape delay almost got him. Oh my goodness.
Oh, split second.
So for the cape and for no other item, there's a small delay before you can actually use it. So he was probably mashing that Y button there, hoping that it would be used before he got hit.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was...
My luck, I would have gotten immediately hit by those chain chomps.
That was a little too close for comfort. AA's finding all the hearts and the rupees. That was a nice red room right there.
Yep.
gamercal gets bunny. So it's looking like even if AA has to do the ice armos and then find the big key on the right side, that he'll still have a small lead.
Correct.
But not much. Could be a lead that could be made up for with executing the top of Ganon's tower better.
And then everybody say hi to Bob. He's just gonna sit there for a little bit. And 20 rupees in Bob's chest.
Yeah. AA is okay with taking one hit from Bob, but doesn't want him hovering over the hole where he drains your whole magic.
Right.
Which I don't blame him for. I just let him escape on his own before I...
Me too. Well, I usually get those skulls that have arrows while he's moving around to get out.
Sure. That his pattern is completely predictable. He moves the exact same way every time.
Right, right.
The shovel.
Oh.
Maybe the shovel's hiding the big key.
Yep.
Someday in the key sanity. Yeah.
I don't even want to think about that. So we're gonna have to go to the right side, whether he checks tile room or not. Oh, he's going straight there.
There's no way you do tile room first.
No.
And we're through.
And the single arrow, same spot I think it was in the last race.
Big key and half magic. What a nice thing to find in the last chest. And he's got to go back down here and get this key just in case.
Yep. So I think, yep, 20 was the answer.
Yep. So I would guess that gamercal is probably going to go right side first.
Yeah, he usually takes that strat if he gets the key on the right side.
So, I mean, he's still behind, but it's it's not more of a lead that I mean, he's got a chance to make it up maybe if AA makes a couple mistakes. Maybe a fall on Moldorm 2, bad egg in him 2, things like that.
Yep, for sure. Yep, silvers at validation would definitely put a huge crutch in gamercal's chances. If AA checks it.
Oh, I imagined he will. There's no way he doesn't check the validation chest with without silvers. And I wouldn't be surprised if he checks every chest upstairs without them.
And Cal will do the right side. So he'll gain some time.
It'd be fun if in the credits, Fred F. Coughlin just added this feature to Zelda 1 Randomizer recently that tells you where some items are.
Oh.
In the credits. Or where all the items are. But this game has, of course, a ton more items. Oh, gamercal. It's blocked out.
Yeah, those mummies can be really troll sometimes.
Yeah. I guess the problem with this game is that you can just do get to the credits in 2 minutes and then you know the whole seed, so that would be a problem. But maybe something like that will happen someday where people can see the spoiler immediately after they finish.
Right.
Alright, Gamer Cal grabs his extra key and heads right upstairs.
AA's having no trouble at all getting to the top of GT.
Yeah. I don't like switching to the lamp here. I'm gonna switch straight to the
Yeah.
fire rod. He had enough magic
especially
for it.
with half magic. I just fly through with fire rod.
Doesn't make a huge difference, it's just the one extra menu is the thing that sticks out to me. Oh,
He's having trouble
Cal
here
having some issues there. He's got the
mirror shield, yeah.
Yeah, not making use of it though. Oh, AA did not open those two chests. That's interesting.
Yeah, that could open the door for gamercal to come back if AA has to do silverless and Cal finds the silvers.
I would guess that Cal's not gonna open those either.
That's true.
But I don't know. Alright. What do we got for validation chest? He's gotta open this chest. There's no way you don't open this chest without silvers. Butter! That's helpful.
Oh wow, that's huge help to him.
Yeah. He does not do the the one cycle phase 1 of Ganon without butter, so that definitely saves him a cycle. Oh wow, look at that Aghanim 1 or Aghanim 2. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yep.
Alright. As long as you're getting hits in. Aw.
Yeah. Wow, only
one more.
One.
One more.
Yep.
Wow. Did he even shoot a blue ball? I don't think he did.
He shot one. Yep.
Oh.
Cal's through Landmo too. He heads down, he's going to use cape strats. So he doesn't have to worry about getting hit by the fire bats.
Yeah, AA can take one hit safely from anything except for Ganon's body itself.
Mm-hmm.
So he's pretty safe with his potion. Might want to maybe use one of those. Oh, that's right. He's got to do silverless here, so
Yeah.
don't be in too much of a hurry to use the potions.
And I don't think Cal's checking the chest either. Oh, you might... No. You just grabbing the heart.
Alright.
Did you happen to see where he said the silvers were?
Oh, no. I was not paying attention.
Oh, he said, it's Turtle Rock, huh? Ouch.
So, either in the big key chest or on the laser bridge.
I would assume the laser bridge since
or
they had
in the
riot
roller
shield.
room that they didn't check.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, just playing it straight up, not really going for triples or anything.
I always say better safe than sorry on silverless. Although I've been trying to get learning the 3-hit cycles.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the 3 hits, but I only do the 3 hits from the bottom. I don't.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to do from the bottom.
He's got this though, as long as he doesn't fall off. And there it is. That's the last hit.
Beautiful fight, and AA is gonna finish, defeat gamercal, and move to 1-0 in the Swiss rankings, and finish with an SRL time of 1:51.53. Congratulations to him. And not too far behind gamercal is just heading to the Ganon fight, so he closed up a lot of that gap.
Yeah, well, AA helped him close up that gap by doing the full left side.
Yeah.
So it was about a 6 minutes going into Ganon's tower for AA. And he probably lost 4 of them or something doing the left side.
Mm-hmm. So we'll let gamercal finish, and we'll try to get both of these guys here at the same time for an interview.
I don't think it was a huge gamble on Swamp Palace from AA's perspective.
Mm-hmm.
There was 2 items that he was leaving there, and he had a lot left outside of Swamp.
Right.
AA fast forwarding. Everything he does is on emulator. Pretty sure gamercal is a console player though.
I think you know. Cal having very little difficulty with silverless. And he's down. So good job, both guys. And gamercal finished with an SRL time of 1:54.28.
Hey,
Hey guys.
Oh, gamercal has joined us. AA is not there yet.
Oh, I thought I might have had a chance when I got that right side GT, but no such luck.
Yeah. Yeah, it sucks when the one item you need's the last place to check.
Yeah, that happened way too much in this one.
I think the biggest or defining moment was when you got the mitts, and then you immediately went to the dwarf, and then
and then I immediately realized as I was going there, I got Kings to do, you idiot.
Yeah. And then you had the dwarf following you, and you went to King's Tomb, and you found the mirror, but you were kind of already pot committed by then. And so that just led you on this whole chase for nothing in the whole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have had it if I'd have committed to the Ice Palace, though. I knew there was going to be something in there, but then when I kind of fell in the water and couldn't go in, it's like, oh, wait, yeah, I don't have the flippers yet. It's kind of thinking of going around and doing it, but didn't really see it paying off at that time when I think, well, if that's not where I'm supposed to go, then there's no point in going there right now. And if I had, I would have had Quake, and I wouldn't have had to go mode. I could have go moded Swamp. So,
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's one of those inconvenient things that...
Yeah. But unfortunately, that's just how it is. You don't normally think a sequence break of that level is going to pay that sort of dividend, so...
Right.
Oh, I think I can... Oh.
Yeah, let's get you in here, AA. GG, man.
Yeah, good game. I thought I was cooked.
Yeah, especially after that start. Oh, you had so much trouble in Eastern.
Oh, dear.
I was like... I felt like I had correctly put myself on the button, so I waited to move off for the audio cue of the chest appearing. Then I got a very different audio cue of Link dying.
Oops.
Then I was honestly a little tilted when I went back in and horribly executed that second dark room. It's just like, I have all 3 items. I'll just come back later, which ended up being not that much later because I trolled myself by being short on Kiki rupees. I was almost certain Pod was the way onward. And then, right when I completed Aghanim's Tower, 300 rupees were right there on the page.
Yeah, I was about to say, how did you manage to be short on rupees when 300 was there? That was what saved me from having to do other stuff that way. I was going to get the rupees on that side, but for some reason I couldn't lift the pod up that has the heart, to get there. Oh, Eva was on the pedestal. Yeah, I was gonna lift the pod up and get the 90 rupees in that room on the right-hand side myself, because I was considering, Zora himself was available, so I was looking at, ways of getting money up for that. That 90 plus the Houlihan would have got me at no problem. So I was going for it, and I couldn't lift the pod up. I have no idea why, so I gave up in the end, and I just did the rest of it normally.
Yeah, after that disaster, really, because the seed forced you through Aghanim's Tower into Palace.
That was horrific, yeah.
There's almost no other... And you were going to full clear the light overworld because Lamp was in Aghanim's cave.
Yeah, so, that was the last place I went for it.
I mean, I went to Zora after Aghanim's cave, and that's was trolling myself, because I was pretty sure that Pod was the answer. I could have just put off the Zora area completely and spent those rupees to get into Pod and used the rupees in Pod to pay for Zora, but that would have been, I don't know, smarter than what I did.
But then if Zora had the hammer or the second glove, you'd have completely hosed yourself.
Oh,
so
yeah,
it's a case you can't take that chance, can you?
I would have been comfortable skipping the path up Death Mountain too, except I went up there praying for rupees. I ended up actually skipping the middle chest and sewers, which hilariously had rupees.
20 rupees, yeah. I went in and got that. Was it 50? I didn't get to see it because it was in the dark, but I did get it anyway, so...
Yeah, I went back and got it when I did Super Bomb because... yeah, I was feeling really behind after, that horrible early game sequence, and just how I totally misplayed it and looked like I'd never done Dark Eastern in my life. But then I was like, okay, I'm just going to take a gamble on green pendant thieves. I'm going to do it all the way, no matter what I find.
Yeah.
And, you know, I was like, book, that's really appealing, because that means desert likely has progression.
Yeah.
Desert was a bust.
Yes, it was.
Then my immediate next move was going back to turn in the green pendant and then take the warp to kill Melma's
nice. Okay, yeah.
So I was like, okay, Mitz, super required, and Bamos, which, who knows if it's required, but it's certainly a nice find.
Yeah. Yeah, that brought you back in a lot then. Because I went straight from the Thieves Town stuff to Skull Woods because I got the fire rod. And even though it's a pendant, thinking Skull Woods has been so good recently. There's no, like, you've got all the stuff for it. There's not much of a reason to not do it, it seems. So, you know, went for that. Red herring. At least Moth wasn't too slow. And, yeah, then went to desert, blah, blah, blah. Basically similar sort of stuff with that.
Yeah, I never touched Skull Woods. So...
Yeah, I can imagine. I have way too many last place things in the seed, like the last possible location. I actually was getting really almost stumped at the end of it when I had the mushroom to turn in. That was like the only thing I could think at the time. That turned out to be nothing, which is annoying because I could use that mushroom. And then thinking, what do I have? What do I have left? Hookshot cave, go up there, you know? Just,
that was a huge gamble
there that probably
that really
was the race winner.
Yeah, you won the race.
I didn't check the left side of swamp. I bet the farm on Hookshot cave.
Yeah. I still could have had it if I had committed to my sequence break though, because I was trying to go to Ice Palace like midway through the seed. And I jumped off Lake Hylia and I came back up and was like, oh, that's right, I don't have flippers yet. This is a bit too much of a sequence break then. I'm not going to do this until later on.
Oh,
and of course,
breaking Ice Palace would have been by far the fastest.
Because you would have had the hookshot and then you could have gone Quake at the top and then just go mode in Swamp Palace and it would have been great. But
yeah, and you'd have Ice Rod too. Because
yes.
Cold dropped Ice Rod. Ice Palace was loaded and it had the good keel arrangement. It was really just everything you'd want.
So, unfortunately, I didn't commit to that though. So that's pretty much it in the end. Oh well.
Yeah, it's a randomizer for you. You can go one way or the other.
Yeah. At least it's Swiss and not going to just end my tournament on one run this time, because that was the annoying part of the last tourney, was forgetting one thing in the first run and basically being out of the tournament before it even started because of that. Swiss is a different beast though. We can still come back from this, even if it isn't ideal.
Oh, yeah. You're going to tear up the 0-1s. I have total faith in you there.
Yeah, you both did amazing. For how long the seed was.
So, my biggest question here, you went back into Eastern the second time after you died, or the third time really.
Yeah.
Did you know that it was just the map left?
Oh, I knew. I went in for the 90 rupees.
Okay.
I was I have to get this crystal eventually, and the progression's in pod. I need to pay for pod. I thought of Houlihan rooming, and I was like, you know, the 90 rupees in Eastern are just as fast. I don't need a full 200, and I'll get a crystal.
Yeah, the Houlihan was to fund Sora for me, so slightly different idea of that there, but oh well. At least I got to show a couple of things off, and got the Frog World Tour in a different form, which was quite good, even though it wasn't the ideal thing for it, but still, we got a Frog World Tour, so
oh man,
really
I never
complained too much about that.
I took those straight to King's Tomb, got the mirror, straight up DM.
Yeah, see, I only thought about King's Tomb after I was committing to the dwarf in the Dark World. I was dashing along and I thought, I've got King's Tomb to do, what am I doing? But I had to go for it at that point because you commit to your plays. You know, if you're going to hesitate on this stuff, you're just going to confuse yourself and you're going to end up slowing down, you know, way down for it. So
well, yeah, a play halfway completed is probably faster to finish than going back and revising to what would have been faster in the first place.
Yep. So that's the thing. You've got to stick with your guns, and obviously work out in that sense. But you know, I did get a laugh out of the Trinex having the though. That was quite
Honestly,
cool.
I was happy to see that just because it told me you hadn't found it earlier, and then I was a little sad to see it because it told me that you did not go on any Meyer adventures.
The happy bit with it was basically, oh good, my menuing from hookshot to hammer can be slightly better now, and then immediately freaking Kane in the stupid GT, and I was like, well, never mind that then. Was Silver's on the laser bridge by any chance? Did you get them?
Nope, sure didn't.
Yeah, we have no idea where the
because they were in Turtle Rock, so it was either the key chest or they were on laser bridge.
Or you didn't get the roller chest though, did you, Gamercal?
I did. Yeah.
Oh, I did not. I got the big
the roller chest. No.
So they had to be on laser bridge.
You guys had the riot shield, so we were thinking it might have been on laser bridge.
Yeah, I mean, any of the invincibility items work for that as well. But yeah, no, thinking about it, I had Night Muscle Memory was going to get that chest, and then I realized, wait, I've got 2 keys, I don't need to do this, so just using the key for that. Could have just dashed straight through that, but whatever.
I assumed silvers were probably in Ganon's tower, which is why I opened the last chest in the game, and then...
I did as well! I got the console, and I was like, yes! Yeah, that's cool.
Not really what I was looking for, but I won't say no.
It's like, it's validation chest and it's worked for something. Yo, that's the thing. I was happy with that, just because it was good. Like, it did something.
This seed was just a roller coaster of emotion, though. I went from I'm horribly far behind in the early game to I hit the super convoluted sequence the seed demanded pretty much spot on, and I'm like, I might actually have pulled ahead more than my mistakes caused. Then Big Key was on right side, and there was nothing on the left.
Did you go left? Yeah.
Oh, I went left. And I was like, oh, that could have erased my advantage right there.
It nearly did.
At least you got half magic.
Which was on right side anyway.
Yeah, I know, but still, a nice last chest to open there before going up.
No, that nearly did cost because I went straight for that. 1 small key on that side, that's my B26 rule, it seems, and it's paid off most of the time. At worst, it tends to be neutral, where I get something like powder or a better sword or something, but it usually pays off for me in this case. I've only had about 6 or 7 races in all of this version where it's not paid off, so...
My logic with it is the following. The Big Key is the very first item placed in a dungeon, so between the 22 spots, it's fully neutral.
Yep.
So, assuming I have all the tools to do all the GT anyway, if I go left right at the start, it's over a 50% chance I save small amounts of time over people who do the route you described, which is very common, and only a 4 out of 22 it blows up in my face. So basically, I'm risking catastrophe to save time on average. And I feel like if you math it out, it's worth it. It just...
Yeah, it probably is, but it's always that, overall picture versus individual results thing, isn't it? Because the way that I've seen it in the end is, well, I can get to those 4 chests extremely quickly. Like, it's something that I practiced enough where, like, I can get that route done very, very quickly. So I can get to those 4 chests, like, way faster. Yeah, it's like, I can get to those 4 chests really, really quickly compared to the larger sort of reward centers that you tend to get on the other side. So I can just get that, and then if it is there, then anybody who goes left gets completely destroyed. And if it's not, well, usually there's something else over there that's okay. But if not, less time wasted compared to going the other way. So I don't know.
As long as you're not locking yourself out of the crystal switch or the blocks there, hitting the crystal switch.
Yeah, that was interesting. So yeah, when I was hitting the second time hitting the switch, I managed to hit it too early, so I got pushed out of the block, and I had to hit the switches again. So that was kind of annoying.
Yeah, but it was about a 6-minute lead for AA going into GT. He was entering GT just as Gamercal was entering Turtle Rock.
Given how much I cleared pretty much everything and was like last item location for like 5 or 6 items in this run. I'm not that surprised in the end.
Yeah, I knew you had to get either really unlucky or make some very large errors to come back from my early game, but I knew at least I'd taken some gambles that were enough to make me competitive.
Alright, so we have another race that's going on right now, I believe, over on Speed Gaming 3, and then there's one that's gonna be starting. Shoot. Yeah, it looks like that race is well underway, but still with significant amount left. Got Gerdo in Swamp and Bruno on Death Mountain. And then there is a race that's happening. Where? I don't know where this other race is. Between Swerve and Kevin Cabarello. It doesn't have a place listed here. A location listed on the restream. Maybe that's gonna be here.
It's a secret to everybody.
Yeah.
Yep.
I will admit, when I was doing the Hula Hand Room, I know Ben read it for the reveal thing, but I was tempted just to read the thing anyway, just because it's cool that it's there. But I decided not to in the end. It's like, no, I've got to take this seriously. So, yeah.
Speed Gaming 4, it looks like, might be the place for the other race that's about to start. So, I guess that's a thing now.
Shout outs to having 4 channels for this, and then like 3 or 4 more for the Randomizer Mania set as well. Just absolutely insane how much rando there is here.
Yeah, I think Fiesel has created Speed Gaming 1 through 8 specifically for the Ocho jokes. But yeah, did you guys have any final comments or anything?
That was the ridiculous opening, having to go to, Palace of Darkness, and having to go really stupid ways through there. That is the first time I've ever had to backtrack from the Bolog area down again.
Yeah, we were wondering why you were doing that one. Could just death warp back to the beginning.
I think I had too much health for that at the time.
Well, yes, but you could have, planned ahead and taken hits off the spikes and stuff. It's not like you had boots to dash up there. You could have taken some boosts along the way.
Oh yeah, those spikes were... The spikes and I got up close and personal while I was on my way to those 2 keys.
To be fair, though, if Hammer was up there, then it just been a ton of health wasted for nothing, and it seemed fairly likely that something along those lines could have been up there, so just because of the seed was forcing you round. So,
honestly, if Hammer was up there, I still would have death warped my health back.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Anyway, you both did good, and good luck to both of you as the tournament progresses.
Yeah, have fun with your next matchup.
You too, gamercal. Good games. I'm sure you'll do great going forward, but for now, I think I'm gonna sign out.
Alright, guys.
Take care.
And thanks everybody for watching, and we will see you next race.
So what's next on this particular channel? What's scheduled here? We've got Super Metroid Randomizer coming up in about an hour. So that's why we're moving to Speed Gaming 4 for that other race, I guess.
That would be probably why.
Yep. And Metroid Fusion coming up on Speed Gaming 1.
But if you haven't already, follow the runners and
Oh, less than an hour. Sorry for both those things.
Give the runners a follow.
Yep, and thanks everyone for joining us for this great race.
And we'll see you next time.
Thanks.